Hey, welcome back. It's JWalter here. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing the latest update regarding brand new home sales in the US. And this is because this is a leading indicator of our housing market of what we should expect in the months to come, because a home sale for brand new houses is really acting like a pending home sale. And I'll go over that here in just a little bit. In any case, this is thanks to a new report from the US Census Bureau. They just released this on January 26, 2022, about a week ago at the time of this video. This is for new home construction numbers or new home sales as of December 2021. And the US Census Bureau and the US Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD, release this monthly report every single month. In any case, they report that sales of new single-family houses hit 811,000 at the seasonally adjusted rate for December. What I want to point out, though, is that a home sale really acts like a pending home sale, because a home sale in the new home industry is defined as a deposit taken or a sales agreement signed, and this can occur during any moment of the home construction period, of the home construction phase, even before permits are being issued. So this really acts like a pending home sale, and that's why it's really important to take a look at these figures here. Any case, let's dive into all this data here I have for you. I want to share with you. This is a new single-family houses, houses that sold and also that are for sale, and these are thousands of units. So all these numbers here are in thousands. So 811 is really 811,000 houses that actually sold at a seasonally adjusted rate in December 2021. What I want to point out, though, this is down compared to 1 year ago by 14%, but when you compare it to last month, we're up 12%. In addition, I also noticed when I was analyzing this data for you guys is that 811,000 is the highest levels we've reached since March of last year. So sales have been increasing greatly, but what also has been increasing greatly is housing inventory of brand new houses. So housing inventory, or the amount of houses for sale in December, hit 403,000. If we look at Fred's graph here, this is Fred's website, and the source here, of course, is the US Census Bureau, or HUD. You look at 403,000 in December 2021. That's the number of new single-family houses for sale that are available for sale, at least according to the US Census Bureau's definition of housing inventory, that we've seen since August of 2008. August of 2008. Right there, 409. So we are at very elevated levels of houses that are actually for sale compared to historic levels. So 403,000. So we're at far higher than we saw in December 2023, a 35% increase compared to 1 year ago. And so I've seen other videos where people are saying that home buyers are giving up and they're not buying houses anymore. That really is not what the data is telling us. Even though we have a very high elevated levels of housing inventory, home sales have been increasing. So I would personally be more concerned if we had a big increase of housing inventory and then home sales were decreasing. That's not what we're seeing. Home sales are increasing, the highest level since March of 2021. However, we have to keep an eye on this too, though. And I want to share some little stats here as well about what to really look out for the housing market as well, and some data points that I look at as well. Any case, month supply is at 6 months. That's a 58% increase compared to 1 year ago. But this is really all houses that are technically as defined by the US Census Bureau as for sale. It does include houses where the builder has poured foundations, but they have opted not to build the house. So these numbers can be a little bit skewed. I look at month supply of completed houses, and I'll share some stats with you regarding that in just a little bit here. What I also found to be very interesting is that the median sales price went down to $377,700. As I reported to you guys about a couple of months ago, or 2 months ago, the median sold price in October reached all-time record highs of $421,500. So we're down significantly compared to the past 2 months, and really compared to the whole year as well. The last time home prices were this low was really in April of 2021. And I have some theories of why this is. So take a look at this. So this is a new privately owned houses that sold by sales price. And these are thousands of units again, and these are number of houses. So One theory why home prices have decreased is because maybe housing inventory increased quite a bit, and maybe some builders are decreasing their prices. I'm not aware of any builders who are decreasing their prices, but comment below if you know of any. But so here's one thing that one theory I wanted to kind of throw out at you guys. So it could be for a higher share of houses that sold below $400,000 that's causing the median sold price to also decrease. So have a look at this. This is the new privately owned houses sold by sales price. So price ranges here are $200,000 to $299,000. Take a look at this. So in November of last year, we only had 7,000 houses that sold in that price range, but it went up to 12,000 houses in December 2021. What that causes is that causes the median sold price to potentially decrease because more houses are being sold in the $200,000 range, not over $400,000. We also see this in houses over $300,000 to $400,000. 1,000 more houses in December sold compared to November in that price range, whereas houses in the upper range have been decreasing. So houses that sold in $400,000 to $500,000 went down 1,000 houses. And then houses that sold over $750,000 also went down 1,000 houses as well. So 1,000 less houses sold in that price range, which could drive down the median sold price. Let's take a look at the percent distribution though, and these same price ranges. So take a look at this. So houses that sold in the range of $200,000 to $300,000 were 21% in December 2021, a much higher share in that price range compared to November. 13%, it all went up to 21%. In addition, houses that sold in the upper range of the market went down. So only 19% of houses sold in the 400s and 20% sold in this 500,000 to 750,000. And also the percent went down also for houses that sold for over 750. So again, this could be due to potentially a higher share of houses that sold for less than $400,000 and also a lower share of houses that sold in the upper range, which of course could cause the median sold price to decrease. That's just one theory though. All right, let's take a look at the number of houses that sold during December 2021 and also the number of houses for sale. And this is by construction period as well. So total number of houses that sold, 811, which is of course 811,000 houses. But take a look at the number of houses completed. We had 187,000 houses completed, which is the highest share since September last year. This is the number of houses that actually sold. But take a look at housing inventory. Again, we have 403,000 houses for sale in the US as of the end of December 2021. But here's what I really want to look at though. So if we had a really big red flag, we would see the number of houses completed are not being sold, right? So the number of houses being completed that are still for sale, if those were to skyrocket greatly, that'd be a big concern because that would show that home buyer demand potentially is decreasing when you have a brand new house that's ready to be moved in, but it's not selling. We're not seeing that though. We're seeing that at increasing numbers over the past couple of months here, but still pretty flat compared to 1 year ago. So in December 2020, we had 41,000 houses that were for sale that were completed, and now we have 39,000. So a little bit less actually compared to 1 year ago, but we'll have to see if this number increases, right? So if this number increases where we have builders who have completed houses that are just waiting to be sold, but they're not selling, that's a big indicator that home buyer demand is decreasing. So we're not seeing that just yet, but the big increase of the number of houses under construction, of course, potentially could be a concern if those houses don't get gobbled up by home buyers. You also can see this when looking at the number of houses for sale that are under construction. Right now, we have 263,000 houses under construction that are technically for sale, and this is the highest levels we've had in at least the last 12 months. So we'll have to keep a watchful eye regarding this number here because obviously these numbers, these houses here under construction are going to be completed houses in the next next month to 12 months from now. So if this causes the number of completed houses for sale to increase greatly, of course, that's going to be a red flag as well. Here's what I want to point out though. So take a look at this. So here's a very important indicator that I want to share with you guys, and something that I'll definitely be reporting for you guys on a monthly basis here. And this is really going to be a big indicator of home buyer demand, in my opinion. So this is the median months of houses for sale that are completed. So this 2 here means median number of months for sale since completion. So this is the month supply of houses that are actually completed that are for sale. It's at 2.8 months right now, which implies a seller's market or a builder's market. This is because the month supply is less than 4 months. In the range of 4 to 6 months, that implies more a balanced real estate market, and more than 6 months implies a buyer's market. So right now, for houses that are actually completed, it's 2.8 months, which implies advantage builders right now. Also, when you look at 1 year ago, the month supply of completed houses was 3.6 months. Right now, we're at 2.8 months. So this number has been decreasing, which to me implies high home buyer demand. If this number was increasing, this would tell me that builders have completed their houses, but the prices potentially are too high, or home buyers have simply been giving up. But we're not seeing that just yet because the month supply of completed houses has been decreasing. You can see this as well on Fred's website as well. So 2.8 months is the median number of months on sales market for newly completed houses. So month supply of brand new houses that are completed is at 2.8 months right now. When you compare that, gosh, to 2009, we have 14 months. So a lot of homes that were actually for sale. Over the last 5 years, we're at very low levels, all-time record lows over the past 5 years. Let's look at the last 10 years. So all-time record lows was set in October 2021 at 2.5 months. Now we're at 2.8 months. So we're not much higher than all-time record highs for the median months of completed houses. So let me summarize today's video, because that was a lot of information to share with you guys today. So here's the takeaways for you guys. So again, a sale is when a deposit is taken or a sales agreement is signed, and that's even before a permit is being issued. These are for brand new houses. Sales of new single-family houses reached 811,000. That's a seasonally adjusted rate. What that basically means is that at the current sales pace of December, they multiply that by 12 and get a seasonally adjusted rate of 811,000. And that's the highest levels we've seen since March of last year. Meanwhile, new housing inventory, it's at its highest levels since 2008, and the median sold price decreased to 378,000, and that was down from the all-time record highs that was set in October. We also are seeing a higher share of houses that sold in the $200,000 to $299,000 price range, about 5,000 more houses, in fact. And that could potentially cause the median sold price to decrease. We're also seeing the median month supply of completed houses to be at very low levels of 2.8 months versus 3.6 months from 1 year ago. In addition, the number of new houses for sale that are completed are down slightly from December of 2020. So what are your takeaways from today's video? Please leave me a comment below. Also, if you got any value out of this video whatsoever, then please hit the like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And also consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Hope you have an awesome day. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.